2, 1.
And it's game time. Connex5 here with 2K4 CTF pickup game. First one I've been able to cast in a while, mostly due to work schedule. First map's going to be Virility. Again, UT99 remake. Just did a little run through of it, so anyone who watches the cast should already be fairly familiar with it. I'm not really sure who a lot of these aliases are, so I'm going to sort of just call by the teams more than the names. We already see Blue making a good push across mid. And running that flag back in their shots. You're going to get a nice pickup. Very important on this map. Very rarely will you run flag to flag by yourself. So you're going to rely on your teammates to get pickups when you do go down. Xios already jumping ahead with that amp. Able to get what looked like a multi-kill there. Stopped that in his tracks. Lino caps with 10 health. So sort of an instant rebound there. Lino basically just grabbing to help his defense out and give them time for the return. Not only does he do that, he's able to get back across the map. So sneaky little move. I'm not sure if Blue team was too concerned with trying to cover their flag carrier. Maybe didn't go in return. It was hard to see exactly what happened there, but certainly that amp coming up huge in Xios' hands there. Blue team now getting this flag out to mid. You've already seen some nice pickups, some good moves by their offense, relaying this flag across mid. Understanding that they're probably going to go down pretty often. He has no armor in the hands of his flag carrier. Anything hits him, he's going to go down. Piston straight to his stay, gets killed on the stand and denied, and a nice last-second return. I believe that was Chowy with that return. Yep, Chowy with a just absolute, like, last foot, I'd say, return. And that's kind of what he's known for. That's really his calling card, but you didn't get any closer than that one right there. That was a really, really, I guess you'd call it a bang-bang play there. I wasn't even sure if they'd gotten the cap or not. So wow, that was some really quick offensive action going on. I'm not sure who Jon Snow is, but you see him picking up amp in mid. He goes down quickly, so that's not going to be a factor. I believe Chowy's going to be playing defense, so we'll go ahead and watch him a bit. He's going to be red. Defense looks like he's going to be roaming up front. There's a couple different ways to play this map with your defenders. Lately, what most people have been doing is playing one person, well, I'm not sure if he's just roaming all the way around to help with his 100 armor. Yep. Oh, he actually steals it away and goes down instantly. But a good move by Chow to keep that away from the other team. Let's see where blue flag is. Lino grabbing this flag, leaving low. It looks like he lost the defense. They don't know where he is. They're not cutting him off in mid. He's going to be able to piston. Ooh, that flag ball just missed him by Dre. He's able to get a free piston across the map. You see him switching up through amp, actually waiting for it to spawn. He's going to let the enemy defense run ahead of him and hopefully sneak in behind him. But they see him now, so the entire blue team is all going to be in that one area. He tricked his cover, unfortunately, so nobody there for the pickup. Meanwhile, blue is heading back in their own base. He can actually piston to a stand from here. This could tie it up. Opts not to piston, goes down. Flag gets returned by Xios, who gets that last kill before they're able to get that pickup. So far, the defense in this game, I think, has been that, blue teams had their opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize. Oh, wow, piston kill by Dre. One of his favorite things to do. We saw blue unable to capitalize on that first run attempt, and blue turned around, or excuse me, red turned around and capped on it instantly. Looks like blue actually took that amp. Let's see if I can get a camera on that. There he is. And then of course red turned that first cap opportunity around real quick, and then blue's had another opportunity already that they just haven't been able to convert. Well, right as I say that, watch an amp cover, their flag carrier gets all the way back to base. It's now a tie game. 3 minutes into this one. 1-1. This map can go two different ways depending on how defensively teams play. It can go really high scoring. It can be really low scoring. We've seen some 0-0 overtime games. We've also seen some like 7-5, 7-3 kind of games. Just depending on the balance of the game and how teams decide to set up their players. Right now this is looking pretty offensive oriented. Which makes it a little bit harder for me to follow these flags, but does give us a little bit more excitement as we get to watch all these denials coming through. So you see blue fighting their way through mid, able to get a double kill covering himself, and needs one more kill and he'll be able to get back into base. Unfortunately, the enemy flag carrier is running right past him. So red team is hitting from every angle. You see assault grenades coming in. Oh, and a missed pickup there. He's able to get back to it. He goes down. But a nice job there again of relaying the flag by blue team. And now they're set up for a standoff here. Let's watch Chowy. He's just walking all the way into base. I don't know if blue wasn't pursuing or if they were just trying to cut him off in his own base. But he kind of waltzed across mid, didn't really take any damage. Still has 40 armor. He's picking up all those health vials in his base, which is a smart move. Getting ready for this standoff now. He's looking pretty hefty at 40 and 130. And that 50 armor will be spawning in his base soon. And he'll be able to pick that one up. And probably stack it with some more vials. So Chowy looking in good shape. If that is in fact the real Chowy. Looks like we got a couple in the game right now. But those are his colors. So I'm going to presume that that's actually him. Ooh, he goes down to a big combo though. That flag gets returned. You have a cherry picker waiting. Red team waiting on the enemy flag stand to make sure that they could get a grab if that flag was returned. And now the blue team's flag carrier is in trouble. They pick that flag back up, but it goes down, so that gets returned. Meanwhile, red is sneaking across mid. Blue has no idea where their flag is. He's only got 20 health, but he's heading towards his base. He can sneak in low. He can actually piston. There he goes. Pistons into his base. Grabs the health. Pistons probably straight back up to his flag stand. And he's going to be able to just basically solo ninja cap this all the way across the map. Blue had no idea where he was the entire time. That's the second time we've seen red ninja cap on this map, and the second time that they've done it while their flag was in the enemy base about to be capped. So red with a couple huge turnarounds already, able to pull ahead with the lead on two situations that really should have been caps for blue. I'm not sure if this is the real Chowy. Chowy typically plays defense, so I'm not sure if this is the real one or not, but he's running out with his flags, heading high. He's got rockets cutting him off. Got a little bit of cover, but they're not going to get that pickup, so nothing really happened there. I'm going to check the power-ups. Looks like 100 armor is up. Nobody seems to have timing on it. With these flags moving this fast, it's really easy for teams to lose track. However, it's kind of unusual to see it last this long. There we go. See Xios picking it up on defense, actually. I'm actually going to watch Xios now. He's definitely defending, and he's playing that sort of high hit scan area where we've got the minigun and the lightning gun. Ooh, jumping down, getting taken out by whoever Jon Snow is, although Chowy takes him out in return. Their flag is gone, but I'm not sure how far. Okay, it was just in there. Maybe they're switching this up. Maybe Xios and Chowy are running offense instead of playing defense like they normally do. It is just a pickup game, so maybe people have decided to just run over some different strategies there. Amp sounds like it just got taken. Let's see who picked that one up. And that's going to be whoever this is. Oh, you hear the ton of damage coming out from that rocket lightning gun combo right there. But he's pushing in his base, trying to distract the defense. No, none of his teammates are in there ready to grab those, so it doesn't really get much done with that amp. We see Chowy moving blue flag again, heading out to mid. You can expect a cutoff right here. Dre's already in front of him. Get some damage down on him. A nice pickup here. You got to get that. Xios heading low into his base. He's got rockets cutting him off though, so he's gonna have to back around 100. He's being patient here, waiting for his teammates to set up to cover. Oh, a big pickup by Chowy right there. That was on the verge of being returned, and now he's got a chance to get back in his base. He can piston to his stand and cap again. There you go, 3-1 red on the clutch pickup by Chowy. A smart move right there. Not going for the return, but focusing on his own team's objective, or his own offensive objective, which is obviously the enemy flag. Let's see if we can catch some actual defenders here. It looks like Dre is playing his natural position as a defender. You see him spamming rockets with the tight entrances to this map, the tight little like sort of bottlenecks that you have coming in. It's very easy for defenders to just spam ahead of time. You call it prediction, you call it spam, whatever you want. Bottom line is they know you can only come in one of a few different doorways, and so you can throw some rockets, combos, even goo out ahead of time, and do some damage to incoming players. And it's a smart move on a map like this, because if you can get damage on players coming in, it makes it that much harder for them to push out through that bottleneck in mid. And due to the bottleneck nature of the bases in this map, you do often see this, which is your forward sort of roaming defender pushing all the way up to mid to help with power-ups. Typically, you'll have one defender play back on the flag itself, and then another one push up forward and roam. Now, you can split things up more like of a left and right side kind of deal, but lately what's been in vogue is to have this setup, this sort of front and back. That way, your forward defender can push way up if need be, if the enemy team drops back on your flag carrier. Chowy pushing out to mid again, only down to 16 health. His cover's got to be ready for a pickup here. You figure he's going down. If anything hits him, his shield gun's pretty much depleted. rocket takes him out, and everyone, all this cover got taken out there. So you saw blue drop back a whole bunch of, well, pretty much the whole team to try to cut that one off. And really, at about the halfway point of this map right now, you really can't give up any more caps, so not a bad move by them. So Jon Snow grabbing this map, or grabbing this flag. Doing well this map, getting some kills, but you see he's all by himself. He's going to need someone around him. We've seen so many clutch pickups by both teams. As she runs into his defender there. Well, blue now sneaking into their shock. And once you get into your own base, you're generally in pretty good shape because it's so easy to cut off the entrances. He's waiting on his stand. If they can get this return, this should be a cap. There's nobody covering him, though. His cover all went on return, and they're taking way too long to get it, so now they're going to have to all fall back again and clear this base. They're going to have any chance of actually capping this flag. They really need this one right now. They can't lose another opportunity, and there it goes. Blue team just committing too many people to that return. Nobody was really in position to clear out the base for the return. And so if you're going to commit everyone to the return, you have to get it instantly, and it just didn't happen for him. So we see another really good opportunity by blue. Hey, on the plus side, this time red didn't turn it into a cap for themselves. So blue already making some strides here. And again, it's just past the halfway point of this game. There's still plenty of time for blue to turn this one around. You see the frag counts more or less even. I don't think the power-ups have played a huge role so far. We've seen some amp runs early on, but since then a lot of them have been taken out pretty quickly. An amp on this map is generally, as we see it taken right there, and it instantly gets taken out. You're going to say amp is in such an exposed area that amp runs are often snuffed out pretty quickly, because even if, oh, never mind, I was wrong. It was taken by Xios, who's actually going to come in and harass some defense with this amp. See him getting a kill there with the lightning gun. He's going to actually try to get behind the defense here. And that's a smart move because it makes the defense choose between shooting the enemy flag, or shooting their flag carrier, or shooting at their cover. And especially when you have amp, you really force the defense to make a decision there. That's not easy because the biggest threat's going to be your amp cover, but of course the objective is running away in the other direction. Another big pickup by Chowy here. As blue team got him down, but nobody was transing up there to pick it up. Everybody was just shooting around. And Chowy just on the back of his cover. They're clearing his path all the way back to base. He will go down, but a nice last-second kill there by whoever Chowy 2 is. However, their flag is gone, so they're going to need to stabilize their base and then wait for a return. And Dre's already up in his face again. In fact, blue has at least 3 on return right now, as we see Jon Snow and Z. Oh, a mid-air kamikaze rockets, able to get the instant return there, and so blue pulls within 1 with just about 7 minutes left. So this is a map that could still go either way very easily. See, I'm not sure who Z is, but it looks like they might be playing defense here, so we're going to watch them for a little bit on blue. And they pretty much held red offense in check recently. Again, we saw 2 caps that were effectively rebound caps, where they just ninja'd their way across mid, so blue team losing track of their flag in transition situations where they're trying to keep track of both flags being off the stand at once. But otherwise, doing a pretty decent job in the last few minutes of just keeping their base under control. You can see him there taking out one person, focusing his fire, and then allowing his teammate Dre there to focus on the flag carrier. It's basically divide and conquer. He saw a cheeky little move right there, going down the lift and coming back up and pistoning. Doesn't work out for him as blue gets his flag out high now. Piston straight into mid. Has some armor still. He can piston all the way to base. He's going to be able to outrun the defense here. So unless the red team cuts him off or gets a flag grab here, he may be able to tie this game up. He's got 9 health. He's running to his stand. Red team with the last second grab. We're going to pull away here and hopefully we can get a view of both flags at once. And you see the enemy flag carrier actually runs back at him. So blue team now with 3 people on their flag carrier rather, and red is just trying to delay, dancing around, trying to give his team time to get a return. Meanwhile, blue has done a good job of grabbing that amp, taking it back on cover. Unfortunately, the amped cover guy now has the flag in his hands. He needs to get back to that stick. They get the return and tie it up. Just about 5 minutes left, and blue with all the momentum swinging in their favor. And like I was saying, they've done a really good job in the second half of this map keeping their flag under control. It was out a lot early on. I didn't see if any players switched up or any real tactical difference to what they're doing. I think they just settled in. We often see that in capture the flag games, whether it's the defense settling in and getting into a rhythm, or whether it's offense is just getting a little bit out of sync as time goes on and things get a little more chaotic. But either way, the defense for Blue doing a much better job as this game has progressed. Oh. It's a heartbreaking return right there. He had cover in position, and they both got body blocked as the defender just steps right in there and returns that one. Blue now trying to sneak out shock. See what they did there is they delayed this flag run, grabbed, hid in a corner. So then Red Team was not waiting out in mid for them, able to cut him off, and now Blue's giving Red a little bit of their own medicine, sneaking all the way across the map, completely alone. Very rare on this map. He may actually get his own ninja cap, and there you go. Blue Team answering exactly what Red did to them on 2 separate occasions, just sneaking across this map flag to flag. Very rare to see that happen on a map that's relatively narrow like this one. It's not as though there's a lot of wide, obscured flag paths, but a smart move there. By hesitating, they allowed the defense to get in front and basically outthink themselves. They thought that the enemy flag carrier was way out in front of them when he was really behind them the whole time. Now all the pressure's on Red Team as Blue has gone, what is it, 4 straight caps now? And I think they've got just about probably 4 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left. Red now has to pull one more cap across just to tie this up. You saw Xios. Oh, a denial on the stick over there. As Red Team able to sneak away with the blue flag to keep it within 1. They still have red flag in base. Dre's going to go down real soon, though. He's going to need someone here to pick up this flag. He's kind of pinned into this lift area. As cover comes in, does a good job of clearing it out. Ooh, he actually picks up the armor himself. The armor's not going to do him any good when he's so low in health. 1 health. That gets returned. So Blue now pushing across with red flag. And you saw Blue pick up Amp. I'm going to go ahead and watch him and see if he does anything with it. He's got a ton of armor. So 100 armor and Amp goes to whoever Jon Snow is, covering in mid. He's going to be able to pluck a bunch of the red folk out of the air with that lightning gun. The question here is he going to cut off the enemy flag carrier, or is he going to try to cover? Doesn't seem to know what he wants to do yet. A comically unproductive Amp run there, just not finding himself in good position to take shots at anybody. As well, both objectives go up and down without our mid cover guy playing a role, and that's the danger of playing a mid, like a true mid role, is that if you find yourself out of sync with your offense and or with the enemy team's offense, you can find yourself in a position where you get a lot of downtime and you end up out of position and you're just sort of wandering around and you're not actually contributing to either objective. And it's not to say that, you know, it's not to say it's necessarily based on like focusing on frags or pickups or anything in particular. It's just really difficult to have a sense of where everything is. And a lot of that, of course, is due to communication on your team. If you have a really good communicating team, it makes it much easier for a mid player to make sure that what they're doing is relevant at all times. Double kill goes down there. Flag comes back. Blue constantly has had red flag in their hands the second half of this map. And that's the difference we saw. Early on, Red Team didn't get a lot of runs, but they were very aggressive and they were able to keep that flag moving a lot. Here, it's kind of turned into an all-out aggressive game towards the end here. I mean, we got what, a minute left. We're gonna watch red flag here because this is the key. This is the one that needs to get back to base in order to give us a chance for overtime here. You see Red Team being very patient with this flag. They know this is the last chance at a run they're going to get. Going to make sure they cover him all the way into their base. Oh, they get the return. He's 1 jump away from tying this game up. Can he get there? He does. Combo comes in late, and they're able to tie this game up with 35 seconds left. So a good move by Red, keeping their composure. You saw a really patient push back into their base, allowing their teammates to do their jobs. And now Red Team, after gaining all the momentum and then losing all the momentum, now able to tie it up. As we go into overtime, this is going to be sudden death. And next cap will win this map.
10,
Sorry there. Let's go ahead and catch up to the blue flag carrier. As you see what they're doing again, red defense getting caught unaware, not knowing where their flag is. So he's kind of running around, he's letting them jump out in front. Meanwhile, he's soaking up all these vials. Oh, he's actually going to pass the flag to a teammate who has a little bit of armor. He's running through mid. Red sees him now, tries to get a telefrag, doesn't get it. They do a ton of damage, however. He goes down, and of course they translocate right to the flag as you should. Red team does have the blue flag moving, but there's nobody covering them. So you see the big D, which is Dre, coming from behind with that piston kill and instant return. Oof. A nasty mid-air flag by Chowy ends that flag run in a hurry. What we're seeing, however, is I think red team's issue is their defense isn't suiciding back. So this isn't a map where you often cherry pick, but red team's defense isn't getting back to their base fast enough after getting returns to keep the flag area clear, I should say. So while they're controlling the mid, they're allowing their flag to get out of their base very easily. And you always obviously want to do as much damage as possible to the enemy offense before they even get a chance to make a try to make a push through mid. Alright, let's see what blue's going to do with this flag. They're going to head out high, switching back up low. Linoleum sees them, though, so red team's going to know exactly where they are. You expect to cut off here in mid. Doesn't have any armor. Oh, 100 armor's up. He can pick this up mid-run. There it goes. That could be big. Red team's cutting him off, but he's already got it. Oh, he's already down to 48 health. A nice headshot covering himself. But that does get him into his shock. And his flag is home. He can't piss into it, though, so red may have one more chance to get in front. Chowy gets there, or Chowy 2, or whoever that is. So blue team now, they need to drop back and clear their base out. Carry goes down and pick up on the flag. Jumps just... No, he actually jumped into his flag. Okay, it looked like for a second he jumped past it. Blue team able to get that cap and come all the way back. I think it was 3-0 at about the halfway point. Come all the way back to take the lead. Red ties it up with 30 seconds left, and the blue pushes it across in overtime. So, pretty exciting first map there, and we'll see what they decide to bring us for the second map. Hopefully it's as even as that one.